Good morning, everyone. It is a crisp, cold morning here in Norwich, and it's it's Saturday, the first Saturday of the year. Well, second, technically speaking, but it's also the first day of us being open of the year on Saturday, and we
No, it is the first Saturday.
It is.
Year.
Yes, you're right. It is the first Saturday.
We started on a Sunday.
The date is wrong. Off to a wonderful start there, aren't I? Wonderful start. There we go. The 7th of January 2017. Wonderful. There was something that was going to go wrong in the first few minutes.
We'll be happy.
Welcome to Athena Games. My name is Elliot Baker, your regular commentator for the X-Wing Miniatures game. And sitting to my right today, I have two commentators. One who's very experienced and someone who joined me just Wednesday. In the name of, we have Hedge in the middle. You've been here before, haven't you, Hedge?
I have indeed been in the commentary boxes, although this time I'm in the driving seat for some of the time. We'll have to see how that goes.
And of course we have Max Bull, who's joining me back from Thursday.
Yes.
That was quite a punishing match that we saw that night.
It was a bit.
Hopefully we won't see a repeat of that today.
No.
Right, we have some interesting lists to go over, haven't we, gentlemen? We have... Let's get us all into frame now. There we go. That's going to be much better.
We do indeed. Yep.
But yeah, we have two Imperial lists, and it's unusual for us to kind of have a mirror match from the get-go, really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of not fond of mirror matches, but it's not really a mirror match, it's just Empire versus Empire.
As long as they're different ships and different list archetypes, then there's still a lot to be done there.
And they are very different in many ways. We have Jack Whitham and Jamie Thompson, and they both have different builds. There is a TIE Defender in both, and one is using the brand new TIE Striker.
Excellent. I was talking to Jack online last night, and he mentioned that he was thinking about dropping his previous list and going for Pure Sabak. So I'm pleased to see him coming up there.
It's a brave move to do that, especially when... it's pretty much an unknown element in this game.
Absolutely.
So let's pull up the list. Let's see what Jack has got in store for us today. So if I put it on the card view, boom, boom. So it's a 3-ship list for both lists. Mm-hmm. What do you want to take our viewers through what we have, Hedge?
Okay, so I'll start with just go with Jack. So we have first of all the brand new, extremely shiny TIE Striker, Pure Sabak. His ability: when attacking, if you have one or fewer damage cards, roll one additional attack die. So the whole point of this guy is he is the damage dealer. He is going to punch out a lot more damage, but at the same time, that does make him a target. He's going to have a big bullseye painted on his head. To assist him, he's got Veteran Instincts, punch him up to Pilot Skill 8 in order to outfly opponents. Adaptive Ailerons, so he's got that extra mobility, though bear in mind that he has to use that pre-move boost.
He does.
Left, right or forward.
There's no option there.
Yeah, and in addition to assisting his survivability, he's got a lightweight frame. So effectively, if when defending, after rolling defense dice, if there are more attack dice than defense dice, then roll one additional defense dice. Basically, if anyone's hitting you hard with more dice than you've got defense, then you add an extra dice to help. So looking pretty good there. Coming then, in addition to that, we've got two very solid choices, and I think they are probably one of the top ships in the game these days. We've got Colonel Vessery in the TIE Defender and Countess Riyadh in the TIE Defender. Colonel Vessery has Duke, the X7 title, and a stealth device, and Countess Riyadh has Push the Limit, X7 and twin ion engines Mark II. So those are going to be very dangerous, and both with the X7 title, they're going to be very hard ships to try and punch damage through onto, aren't they?
What have your experiences with TIE Defenders, Max?
I've flown against them more than I've flown using them, and they, as Hedge said, they can be nasty to try to actually get anything onto.
Yeah, the white K is not to be underestimated, but their firepower as well.
The white K, the firepower, the X7 title, they token stack naturally. It's it can be a pain to actually chase down.
And they may cost a bit, but they have a 3 stat line and everything.
They do,
which is not to be underestimated.
No.
Absolutely, no. They can defense up in the same way as TIE Interceptors, but with twice as many hit points there,
and without stressing themselves out with the X7 title.
Absolutely.
That is true.
Absolutely. Although Countess Riyadh might have to worry about that a little bit more. She does get benefits, and all her straight manoeuvres also let her K-turn on a green, so she's getting a lot of actions when she turns around, but at the same time, there's also danger that she needs to turn hard. If she can be outmanoeuvred to the flank, then she might find herself stressed and actionless or without a shot.
True, although the Mark II twin ion engine does give her a whole 10 green manoeuvres to choose from.
That is pretty impressive, isn't it? Yeah.
So what do we have with Jamie's list coming up?
Do you want to go through this one, Max?
All right. Let's see. Okay, so we have a quick draw in the TIE SF. So once per round, when she loses a shield, she gets a free primary weapon attack. With a trick shot, so obstructed shots gain an extra die. A fire control system for more target locks. A pattern analyzer. I'm not sure I've seen one of those on my TIE SF before. The title, so the special ops training, to be able to either shoot 3 forwards or get 2 shots, one from each arc, and the Mark II twin ion engine for some more green. Then we have Rex Labrath in the Defender. So, when performing an attack that deals at least 1 damage card to the Defender, may spend a focus token to flip those cards face up. With Duke as the EPT and with the X7 title as well. That's a Defender we don't see all that often, I think, more than some of the others.
That's an interesting one, yeah.
And finally, Deathfire, TIE Bomber. When revealing a maneuver dial or after performing an action, may perform an action listed on a bomb upgrade card for free. This comes with extra munitions, some assault missiles, some cluster mines, and guidance chips.
Now that is interesting. I'm a big fan of Deathfire. I don't know why, I just like the TIE Bombers.
Yeah, TIE Bombers are... You don't really see... Okay, it's confessional time. I did have a slight... My fingerprints are on this list. Jamie is a very new player to attack X-Wing. I was about to say attack wing because he plays attack wing.
Yep.
And X-Wing actually is a very new game to him. And he came to me last night saying, "What do you think of this list?" And I said, "Make these tweaks." And I even loaned him the Duke and the guidance chips for today's
So
use.
you're rooting for him on this one?
I'm interested to see how he does. I wouldn't say I'm rooting for him. Because he is a brand new player. I don't know if he'll do very well, but I have faith that he will do the best he can.
Yeah.
So and it's a nice kind of munitions Deathfire.
I really like Deathfire. He's cheap, but he does the job, and those bombs are going to be very hard to avoid, given that he's lower pilot skill than everything in Jack's list.
So he can move and drop bombs on you,
and that is going to help immensely with the with Defender's token stacking. You can't token stack against a bomb.
Yeah,
Go punches straight through defences. Your green dice don't matter.
Yep.
So I'm really interested in seeing how this does. And Deathfire, the ability to drop a bomb after you've done a barrel roll is the bit that's extremely valuable.
Yes.
So what you'll often see Deathfire doing is doing a 3 back to get to the side of the enemy, barrel rolling directly behind them, and then dropping those bombs straight out onto them and putting down a lot of hurt. So this should be interesting. Quick draw, of course, staple of Imperial lists these days. Lots of damage you can do with that, because getting to shoot twice a turn, no one is ever going to complain about that when it's on your side.
It's a very effective list against you. Very efficient ship as well.
Yeah.
It will die quickly, but it will go out in a blaze of glory.
Absolutely, yes. So, I suppose the question to ask is, Max and Elliot and me, who would you put your money on? Where would you put your... If you were a betting man, if you had to put money down, where would you put it?
With inside information, knowing that James is quite a beginner player, and he's unfamiliar with the ships in this list, I have to give the edge to Jack, but you can't discount a quick draw. I will say that.
Yeah.
I do think it's in Jack's favour. He does seem... I think I've seen Jack play several times before. He has the experience side of things, but Jamie can have the unpredictability. New players tend to do things that people would not expect. So
That would be the case, yes.
It could go either way, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think I would tend to agree with that. I'd probably put my money on Jack, but good luck to Jamie.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
I don't know there's much more to add there, to be honest. It's that's basically about what I was thinking.
So we'll have to see how this works out, shall we?
We will. It's it's going to be an interesting game. They've already set up, as you can see. We have pretty much a standard line formation, a very beginner move, placing your ships in the middle of the board, I think. Unusual deployment by pure sub-back, but I guess with the active ailerons, he could easily catch up with the
Got a
defenders.
lot of minutes. There's the handshake.
We're already 5 minutes into this game. It's now coming to 1 minute and 10 on the clock now, because of course time in lieu and such, and it takes a while to set up sometimes. But it's no surprise to see Riyadh and Vessery actually supporting each other in a formation, even though they are not formation ships.
No.
They don't have to
Not
be,
usually,
no.
but-
But concentrating your firepower is
Never bad.
Yeah, it's a
Always a good idea.
fundamental of tactics.
Yeah.
Yes. And the thing to bear in mind is, we were talking about this earlier on in the week. The thing about that TIE X7 title and the evade tokens it gets is, the longer it takes you to kill a TIE defender with an X7 title, the more that title is worth. If you can punch through a TIE defender and kill it in one turn, that's 1 extra hit point that evade token granted it.
Yeah.
If you're doing a point of damage a turn, that's 6 extra points of damage that you have to deal with that evade token is getting rid of.
Yeah.
True.
So the key, more than anything else with TIE defenders, is concentrate your fire.
Oh, yes.
You've got to get all your arcs on there, got everything on there, and punch your way straight through and hurt them as quickly and as badly as possible.
Yes. Although when you've got 2 of them to deal with, that makes it all that much harder.
That is a challenge, and the last thing you ever want to do is be in an end game where you're facing an undamaged X7 TIE defender,
Absolutely.
just because you're going to have a real hard time punching your way through that stack token damage.
Yeah, I
and do some
agree.
damage.
I completely agree there. So yeah, you guys, as you guys can see, I'm actually doing the overlay live. It's been a while since I've actually done this, so I'm actually a bit out of practice. But yeah, I'm gonna, as you can see, standard formation. They have begun, I believe. I think
Dials are being placed.
Jamie is deciding what he's going to do with his dials. I noticed that one of the dials is face up, so he is still deliberating. Although Jack knows completely. There we go. That's the first dial placed. Choosing Deathfire, not a bad choice. Doing it in pilot skill order. Very good for beginners to do that. Even as a veteran player, I sometimes get thrown off with the pilot skill order sometimes.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's an easy mistake to make, and it's one of the reasons why people sometimes want to fly equal pilot skill lists.
Yeah.
So it's often a very good idea if you can make all your ships the same pilot skill, because then you've got a lot of flexibility in how and when you activate. Okay, so there we go. First move from Jamie, heading in there. So that is Deathfire. I'm hoping that he's going to bring his other ships in to support there. Deathfire going up against 2 TIE defenders only goes one way.
Yes.
It's a bad move to make.
Yeah.
To,
However, I think he's also made the right decision. He does not want to go through the asteroids, not
No.
the pure back
No.
and his extra
No,
maneuverability there.
certainly
And he knows that he has to get his missiles and bombs off, otherwise they're just wasted points at this stage. So he's hoping he can go slow enough to catch it in range. There goes Riyadh, just swooping up there. And also with the K turns, they're not going to help with getting around cluster mines if they're right in your way.
No,
They're not,
absolutely not.
It kind of makes the cluster mines very effective against TIE defenders if you can lay them in the right place.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, he does have one big issue here, which is those cluster missiles also on Deathfire. It's a real problem with ordnance in general. When you're not using Deadeye, you need to target lock a ship that moves after you, which means that it's very frequently going to move into your range. So most ordnance is range 2 to 3, which basically means even if you get the target lock, you can't fire at whatever it is that you want to shoot. I think Deathfire is going to have real problems coming in there, especially if he starts meeting those TIE defenders without his other 2 ships in support.
Oh, I completely agree. I think he might have overcommitted the TIE bomber there, but
potentially.
I do think that's the case. He has to get those. And see, you're not bringing Brath in to do damage. Brath is the damage dealer, and if anything, he's the one that's going to distract the defenders from
your bomber.
Exactly, and also he's splitting his foot. He's not concentrating fire. As you said, Hedge, concentrate fire is the key of the game. X7 title, yes.
Yep.
He was using the TIE D title with an ion cannon, and I actually advised him to switch out with push limit. And I advised him to switch out for a Duke X7 because I do think that's a much more effective build. Not saying that the D is bad as a title,
but the X7 does have something over
the
it.
X7,
yes, it's easier to use.
It's easier. It has that token stacking for just the pure survivability, and you can't ignore having an extra 2 points.
Exactly. And now here's the issue that he's going to face with Vessery. Pure Sabak moves after him.
Yes.
And with those adaptive ailerons, he's going to find it very hard to catch up with him.
Yes.
He's only got one ship that outpilot skills Pure Sabak, which is Quick Draw. We'll have to see what Quick Draw does.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I do think this is going to be a good game, though. There's a barrel roll to just keep it just away.
So keeping his options open. So Jack's being smart here. He next turn Pure Sabak can either turn into those asteroids and start hitting things from the side, he can go in and support and follow up on killing Deathfire.
And there's Quick Draw. You see, as we said here, I think Jack's done a great job of suckering Jamie into chasing Pure Sabak when Pure Sabak was always going to regroup with the original TIE Defender force. And
Absolutely. And Deathfire there is not in a strong position.
No, not at all.
No. Now Jamie's got one. If I was Jamie, what I would do is I'd barrel roll Deathfire to the top of the excuse me. Excuse me. Barrel roll Deathfire to the top of the screen, to his left, because that would still allow him to come in and threaten those defenders next turn.
I do agree there.
Yeah. Is he going to do that? No, he's just tokening up. I'm not entirely convinced that's the best way to do things at the moment.
No, it's going to be a lot of times when we say, is this a tactic or is this rookie mistake? That is, I think, going to be a big key of this game, I think.
Yes. So you said Jamie doesn't have that much X-Wing experience.
He doesn't. He is a very good attack wing player, though, I will say that.
I've not played attack wing. How much is there in the way of...
similarity.
Yes.
It uses the exact same engine, as it were, if you imagine it that way. The same movement system, bar a 4-bank and a 6 straight.
Yep.
The cards are much more... It's a much more combo-heavy game, though.
Okay.
So there are things where, I do my action to disable your shields, do this card, that allows me to do this, which I can discard one of your crew cards, and then I can then make an attack against you. That kind of thing. So there's a lot of combinations. Not as much as, X-Wing does have combos, but it's more that every card is an independent thing, whereas in Attack Wing you can have things combo off each other.
Okay.
That's not, it's not, I say this, Attack Wing is a different game. It's kind of, if X-Wing is chocolate, then... Attack Wing is strawberry.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Okay. So what would you be doing if you were in Jamie's position here?
Well, for starters, I probably would try and do a one roll forward with a TIE bomber and barrel backward, or even just take a target lock because I need to get those missiles off on the off chance I do, or and then maybe do a 3 turn to catch. Get Quick Draw in on the situation. Brath is way out of line, but he can do a 3 turn and then barrel roll. Not ideal, but it'll get him there.
I must admit, I do something completely different with Deathfire here. What I do is I do a 3 bank to the right, barrel roll to the top of the screen,
and drop
a set of bombs, and that way you're threatening a lot of the places that Colonel Vessery is going to be able to go.
That's a good point. That is a very good
being
point.
Able to getting a chance to drop some of those bombs off,
and
especially as it's
also with your range, you might just be able to catch a target lock on Deathfire for when he comes in for the attack.
The other thing is Jack's going to want to move fast. Unless he does a K-turn, he might not be expecting Deathfire to move that quickly towards him. He might be expecting Deathfire to try and go for those missiles, and getting a set of bomb drops might actually be effective.
Especially with where Deathfire is not getting support, I'm not convinced that that bomber is going to survive very long.
No, I'm not either.
That's coming up against, potentially 2-3 dice attacks and a 4 from undamaged Sabak.
Yeah, because you've got to remember, Sabak's only has a 3 attack dice, but until he takes damage, he's a 4.
4, which makes him horrendously dangerous early game.
Oh, yes.
And that Deathfire with only 2 evade and no shields, that's pretty vulnerable.
It's going to be painful.
So I think you're going to want to get Deathfire in position to be able to drop bombs and at least do something.
Yeah, you need to... If you don't spend your munitions, they're wasted. You might as well spend points elsewhere. So he's got 2 sets of assault missiles, 2 sets of cluster mines.
Okay, so what's the choice?
4 forward.
Okay, so straight. That's so getting into range. I could see that.
He could barrel and block the Colonel Vessery. It's probably not the best move you could do, but it's a move.
Here's the one weakness of the TIE defenders. It's not, well, I say weakness, it's still pretty good, but they really want to move speed 3 or higher.
They do.
And sometimes you find yourself in this position where you just want to slow roll, you just want to do a little bit of a manoeuvre, and if you do, you face losing that extra vote token.
He's popping the cluster mines now. I think it's a bit too early because they can very easily manoeuvre. Then again, he might catch them the next round if they are doing a 3-turn. Or 3 bank.
Potentially, although those the way those are angled, I'm not
convinced either. However, if Riyadh were to do a 3 bank, she would then have to either turn away from the mines or turn very hard, very short, which would stress out the
and
TIE
she
defender.
is doing a bank, which makes she is.
A 3 bank wouldn't clear that last mine.
No.
She would have to go slow, and that means she's not getting the X7 next round. That could be the opening that Quick Draw needs to get fired.
Jack's decided that the range 1 shot on Deathfire is worth potentially having some issues with her next turn. So, which makes sense, I think. There's the evade token.
Yeah, I do agree that maybe that's the best move he could make.
Yep. So the question is, what's he then going to do? In this case, I'd almost say target lock. There's not that much.
There we go. He pops the target lock
on Deathfire.
There's not that much danger from Deathfire.
No.
Quick Draw is going to be well out of range, even if he can get him.
Oh, he's stressing himself. Push the limit.
Yes, push the limit.
Okay, what that does mean, though, is she is definitely going to have some issues with those mines next turn, because she can't do a hard turn.
And here comes a slow turn from...
Okay, so Jack's anticipated what Deathfire is going to do. He's given up the evade token, probably a wise decision in this case, for a guaranteed nether range 1 shot on...
I completely agree.
Absolutely.
I was going to go check for something. I'll be right back.
I would be... Depending on where Pure Sabat goes, I would be surprised if Deathfire survives the turn.
Yeah,
he might be able to survive 2 shots from the defenders if the dice are friendly. But puts her back in there as well, and
that's a dead TIE bomber. Yeah, absolutely. He's going to have some serious issues there. Yeah, and here we go. So this is what we were warning about. Colonel Vestra is well out of range. He's not going to be able to contribute to this fight until Deathfire has already been killed. It's the defeat in detail. It's the ability to kill one section of your opponent's list without worrying about
the rest of it
as well.
Absolutely. I don't think that was. It does seem like that was not the best approach. Deathfire is essentially just been thrown away.
Absolutely. And here comes Pure Sabat.
Yep.
Turning in. Yep. So good, smart move using adaptive ailerons there from Jack. And that means that, I'll be very, very surprised if Deathfire can survive this. He's going to have a lot of luck and some very bad luck on Jack's part in order to make it through this turn. Okay, so here comes Deathfire. So at least he's got a decent move with Quick Draw. Quick Draw will be able to contribute, but it's going to be a range 3 shot, and that means that those defender token stacks are really going to come.
Although that's going to be firing at Vesri, who has the smallest stack at this point.
Absolutely. So that's the one advantage that he's got here. He's got a possibility of at least putting some hurt down on Vesri this turn.
I do think that it was Jamie's mistake trying to go after Pure Sabat. He saw the danger, but he deployed too much. He deployed in the middle. I think you need, as a player, you need to always decide: am I going? Which side am I going? Never the middle. Although the middle gives you options, it also gives your opponent a chance to pincer you if possible.
It does.
Yeah, and I mean, it is entirely a valid tactic to have a flanker or even a couple of flankers coming in and threatening your opponent's flanks and rears. They have to honor a threat. But the problem is that by pushing Deathfire so fast, he didn't get a chance to get any flankers into position.
Yes. No. Like I said earlier, he overcommitted to the idea.
That said, Deathfire is the least important part of Jamie's list.
It's true, but losing it now on its own, or potentially losing it now when it's only managed to drop 1 set of bombs.
That's a lot of points down the drain. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. It's points going, basically gone, essentially.
And that looks like 3 hits from...
Yeah. So...
5 dice there? Is that... Oh, Vesri has a stealth device, of course.
Vesri does have a stealth device.
So he's still quite...
Although that looks like his...
It does look like there's a evade and an eyeball, but there's 3 blanks in there.
There's 3 blanks, so there's at least a point of damage going through and a stealth device going away.
Okay, so... So there's the fire control system kicking in. Yep. Okay, that's a lucky shot from quick draw there. That was against the odds, but it's going to help Jamie a lot.
Quick draw is the one
Absolutely.
is quick draw is the actual ship I had the most input in. It was a very bare bones quick draw, and I said fire control system so valuable in
Yeah.
quick
Yes,
draw. And I
absolutely.
think if you fly quick draw, she's always going to have that, or at least pattern analyzer.
Well, electronic baffles is the other one that people like.
That is another one, but then you've got to have rage as your main.
Yes, it's a way of stressing yourself out. Yes.
Yeah, so if you don't have rage, which Jamie, being a new player, doesn't have access to a lot of cards,
Yep.
he opted for a build which did not.
Oh, that
that's-
is
oh,
nasty.
That's a lot of damage
Yeah.
from pure Sabak.
And that is exactly why
Ouch.
you got to be careful.
And that's blanked out.
Blanks out 4 points of damage
Oh,
straight
dear.
onto Deathfire.
Yeah.
He is not surviving this round after that
No.
roll.
No, that's gonna be
Okay.
the end of a Deathfire.
So, how much damage has Colonel Vessery taken?
Just the shield, I believe.
Just the one
one
shield
shield.
off Vessery.
Is it one or two? He's only got one on his base now, hasn't he?
Ah, so yeah, it is.
Yeah,
it is
so a
two.
couple of points of damage.
Oh,
through
he-
there.
oh,
He's
yes, he
decided
kept
not
the
to spend
focus
the focus
token.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so
And that's 4 on Deathfire.
Which two of those are crits? Ouch.
Yeah.
That's painful.
Ooh,
That
ooh,
is-
dear. Yeah, that is very, very, very bad indeed. So much so that Colonel Vessery is almost thinking about shooting for quick draw, just because Deathfire is already dead.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
He might
Quick-
get shot again.
Quick draw will get a shot again, but at range 3, that's not so dangerous.
The danger is if Deathfire moves, he moves first. He could very easily drop bombs on.
Don't forget
top
though,
of
Countess
Riyadh.
Riyadh has still got to shoot him. And
That's true.
This is true, and
It's going to
that's
be
only
hard
once.
with a focus and an evade for focus and a target lock for Countess Red not to kill him.
No, that looks like Vessery has gone for Deathfire.
Ow! So that's
Four
four
hits.
hits. Lots of hits going on here today.
Ouch.
Deathfire. So
That's
Deathfire
Deathfire
goes
gone.
down.
Well, that's all she wrote for Deathfire.
Yeah.
He went down in a Deathfire glory.
Yeah. One set of mines. Never even got to shoot.
No,
Poor guy. Poor guy.
there we go.
I said I'm a fan of Deathfire. I'm very much hoping that he's managed to eject.
yes. Oh dear me.
Okay. But yeah,
Parachuting down into Cloud City as we speak.
so Countess Riyadh looks like she's got a shot, and this is the time to take it. Take
Yeah,
those shields
do it.
off, quick
Absolutely.
draw before.
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because he still has range on Vessery or Riyadh.
Oh,
looks
two
like-
hits and three hits.
That would
again.
strip all the shields.
Yes.
This is the what?
Blank out.
I think it's a blank out. I don't know. Why is it? There's a lot of dice in there. I
There's an
don't-
awful lot of dice. Some of them are from... Oh, it's those 3 that would...
It was the three to the right that were there. And is there anything being taken off?
I can't see. Let's have a look here. Let me put on the overlay with the. Let's get rid of the overlay for the commentary so we can just see what's going on there.
So
I cannot
that
see.
is-
But I
it's just off the edge of the board.
Oh, lovely.
I will go and quickly find out.
Yes.
Okay.
Excellent.
If you guys can keep track of stuff.
But
Yep.
it did look like...
Absolutely.
Oh, and there's something's happened because Quick Draw is taking a shot.
Which definitely means that there's at least one shield going down, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, one potentially more.
Yeah.
Shooting at, I would go for Vessery at
Yes.
this point,
Yeah.
being the only thing without tokens.
Absolutely.
Well, and the target lock.
And having lost that stealth device and taking some damage already. Okay, so
Absolutely.
there's that one. Spend that target
Spend
lock.
the target lock, you'll get it back. There's no reason not
How many
to.
shields does Quick Draw have?
All 3 of them have been taken out.
Oh no, that's
ouch.
really not what you want.
That is very bad news indeed. So that's
Reroll
one,
on
two,
the-
that's
and-
3 points of... So 3 hits on Vessery.
That's 3 hits heading Vessery's
Chance
way.
of doing
Who's
something.
rolling?
Oh, who's rolling well? One is...
Oh, those may be eyeballs.
No, that is shields down on Colonel Vessery there. But he's still got 3 hull points. He's still very tough.
He is, but he's having lost the shields.
Yep.
Although, as an exchange, Deathfire and Quick Draw shields just for Vessery shields is not
a winning
not a good.
exchange. No, absolutely. Okay, so what does Jamie need to do to bring this back, or at least get a moral victory and kill something?
I think he can probably get Vessery off the board. Rexelbrath is capable of some quite serious hurt, especially now that Vessery's lost his shields.
Absolutely.
That's impressive that Vessery has lost his shields, so at least the exchange has not gone painfully bad for Jamie.
Yeah.
He's got something out of it.
He has
He's lost,
something.
He has lost ship, but he has got Vessery. That he can now go, if not for a full win, he can go for points and remove Vessery from the board.
Absolutely.
Yes.
However, Jack,
Sab-
no, the thing is,
Vessery or potentially Sabak, who is also vulnerable to Rexler Brath's crits.
and you've got to remember, don't forget, Riyadh has to turn away to avoid those mines, and she's got to turn hard, and that means either going slow and not getting a token, and also taking the stress.
You say that,
But she's already stressed.
I'd almost be tempted, if I were Jack, to say all ahead full and damn the torpedoes. 3 bank Riyadh in to the bottom of the screen to her left. Just because Jamie might not be expecting it. You got to remember, those mines
true.
can't do crits.
They can't.
Going over 2 of those mine templates is average 2 damage. And at this point, with
I believe they have changed the plus mines to actually now count crits.
No, if you roll a crit,
yeah.
it still does a point of damage.
yeah.
It doesn't actually cause crits.
That's true. That's
But
true.
the quick roll does work.
Exactly.
It's worth also noting that could be bad for positioning for Jack if Quick Draw was to then go and get in a position where she has Riyadh and Vessery in her forward and rear firing arcs.
Absolutely.
I've only ever seen it happen once, but it won the game for the person who did it.
There you go. We could see Vessery getting taken out by that, and then Riyadh losing her shields to that exchange of fire.
But yeah, if I were Jack, of course, different players are going to play different ways. But if I were Jack, I'd be very tempted to take that the outside chance and the knowledge that it cannot kill Riyadh. But if that gets you a shot on quick draw and potentially on Colonel Vessery there, that could be the game over fast.
Yes,
It
I
could.
don't see this game lasting too much longer. I mean, let's have a look at this. Let's break it down. How many points has Jamie lost? He's lost Deathfire. So let's have a look at the list and see how many points that is if we remove Quick Draw from the equation.
Yeah, so...
And Dial's been set down, so they're picking the moves, and it seems that Jack knows exactly what he's doing. It's Jamie who's hesitating here. He's taken a long time, which could just be beginner hesitation.
Yep.
But it shows that he's taking time to consider where Jack is like, down the damage or down what's going to happen, and just go for it.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's worth noting that Riyadh is currently stressed, so that does somewhat limit her options.
Well, she's also got the Mark II.
She does have
what
the Mark
she can't
II.
do is do a hard turn.
Exactly,
Yeah,
but
she has-
I'm not sure whether she will want to bank away from those mines. That would take her out of the shooting for a turn.
It's only been half an hour into the game almost, and we have already lost our first ship. One ship is looking heavily damaged on the side. It was very bad luck for almost the first exchange for Vessery to lose the stealth device.
At a range 3 shot.
At a range 3 shot,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
The dice, the green dice can be fickle. They can land on blanks.
Well, on the other hand, Jack did kind of invite that by not taking a speed 3 maneuver. It got him a massive damage shot on Deathfire, but he did give up 3 shield points and Vessery's stealth device in order to do it. Probably still worth it, but
Probably.
So we've got to ask if it was worth it.
sometimes you've got to take those risks. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so for Jamie here, I don't think there's any real question that Rex Labrath is going to do a 3 bank into the fight.
I think yes. I don't think anything else would make sense from him.
Yep. Okay, so let's see,
He's going to
where
try to
is
get
Riyadh
involved.
going? Is he going for the...
one bank.
So Riyadh that's going to clear the stress. She's still got to push the limit.
And she can barrel roll to
Oh,
avoid
nicely
every
judged. That
Well
is some
done.
single mine.
That is
Well
some
done.
very effective
Oh.
flying from Jack there. Perfectly judged, just slotting into the gap between 2 of those mines.
That
I'm
is
going to
perfect.
assume a barrel roll to avoid them
Yeah.
all. That
Barrel
is
roll, yep.
lovely.
Because Vessery is going to go fast.
He is.
Yeah.
So he will easily pass Riyadh.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then
Oh.
probably a focus just to make certain for Riyadh here. Do you reckon she can K-turn before? Oh yes, of course, she's got
She
different
can do,
speed
uh,
K-turn.
She can do whatever she
I'm
wants.
still tied into
Yes.
the Defender 4 K-turn thinking
That's,
here. Yeah. And of course, Riyadh has this amazing, utterly amazing green K-turn option.
Yeah.
Multiple
Options,
green
4 of
K-turns.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Green
crazy.
K turns from 2 to 5.
Jack here is heading for... He wants to take out that Ethertie Defender.
Interesting choice. Now, could this spread of fire be dangerous for Jack? attack. Could this be overconfidence coming into the match?
Potentially. See,
Maybe. I would be trying to knock quick draw out. At
that
this
would be
point,
my choice.
personally.
I mean,
Yeah.
it could be that he considers that she's no longer quick draw is no longer a threat because the shields have been stripped off quick draw.
She doesn't get her 2 shots, but that doesn't mean she's
no,
not dangerous.
She's still dangerous.
Absolutely.
That is a pilot skill 9 ship with effectively a 3 forward attack. That's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
Yeah, and
very
a
capable of
4 at
doing
range
damage.
1, it can
Absolutely.
punch through.
Well, yeah, I don't know, because you got to remember, Pure Sabak, that is Jack's ace in the hole. He moves after everyone else. He gets that amazing...
he does not move after
reactive-
everyone else. He
Oh,
moves
good
before
point.
quick draw.
Good point, yeah. He moves after... Yeah,
He moves after most things.
Yeah, moves after his
And here comes
So there's the predicted
Brath.
3 bank. Now, so, option here. Do you think if Jamie does a barrel roll to the left, he can get out of Colonel Vessery's arc?
I think he wants to shoot Vessery.
Yeah, I think he wants to get maximum damage, and I think a barrel roll might just clip, and besides,
He
he's
would
still got
shoot
Riyadh.
first, wouldn't he?
He
so,
would-
He
yeah,
will
I-
shoot first.
If he can wipe Vessery off the board,
Yep.
which is possible, especially since quick draw would also fire before Vessery, he has a chance of avoiding the entire exchange of fire.
Absolutely. Take a focus token, and if you can, punch those crits through.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
If he
exactly
can.
that's exactly what Rex
Also, he did a high speed maneuver, didn't he?
Yeah.
He
He's
should
already
have.
got the evade token.
Oh, good. So yeah, there we
And
go.
there's the
There's the
focus.
focus.
That's
good.
the smart move
yeah,
Because
there.
Rex's ability is fantastic with
It
when
is,
he has
yeah.
a focus.
So, where is Sabak going?
So this could be potentially very, very
Now,
dangerous
worth
for
noting-
Vessery.
Worth noting, here's where the downside of that title.
Yeah.
For the
Yes.
has
That's a
started coming
that's
in.
a very small area to fit Sabak into with a bank that you've got to do first.
Absolutely, all straight. Yes,
All straight.
I mean,
Straight.
he would if say Vessery and Riyadh have ended up in his final position. There's no reason why he can't do a bank up to the top of the board, but it would put him out of the fight.
Yes.
That's
Yes,
the danger.
Which
That's
he
what
is.
he
He's
is.
doing.
Yeah.
Well, he
Exactly.
could do that and then a 2-turn.
He's
However-
got a 1-turn as well. He might be
yeah.
doing a 1-turn in.
doing one
But
bank.
yeah,
Well,
he's-
he doesn't want to fly himself into those mines afterwards.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. He's now going to go around the mines, and this is a chance where Jamie could take advantage of that situation.
or do a sloop. Don't forget they do have sloops.
They
two,
do, yes.
Two sloop up to the top of the field, and then he's in a position to shoot next turn and come back in, slide past.
That's
those
assuming that Jamie does not take a left with quick draw, assuming quick draw's still around after this exchange,
Yeah.
and actually decides to flank
Well,
Pure Sabak.
Quick draw is only taking a shot from Riyadh, so
If she goes for Riyadh,
Yeah.
quick draw.
So, analysis.
exactly.
Let's assume that Jamie does manage to take out Vessery with his 2 ships.
Yeah.
What chance do you think he has of winning the game after that?
Oh, I think he'll have improved his chances significantly.
There's still a lot of damage
no.
with quick draw.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
This is
Will it
fine.
fit?
Oh, it's a
sloop.
Interesting.
I wouldn't have done that, but it's
Yeah.
fascinating.
Well, he's going to get an amazing shot on
Riyadh.
You know what? I'd almost say, don't stay there. He's got that pattern analyzer. Barrel roll.
He can
Avoid Riyadh's shooting entirely.
then he's going into his own mines,
Mines.
though.
Well, he can barrel roll. Yeah, oh, yes, because he'd have to
He'd
worry
be-
about next turn.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You don't want
Okay.
to barrel.
It's
Yeah.
it's a
Own
shame.
mines.
I think if he would just banked, he'd been better. But then again, if he does survive this round, he's in an interesting position where he can almost slow roll it,
using
and
the pattern
Riyadh's got to go
analyzer.
far. She'll move past him,
Yeah.
he'll catch both
Yeah.
Pure Sabak and Riyadh in both his arcs.
Absolutely.
That's a really
Okay.
unusual
That's
play.
a point of stress, yeah. Now, the downside is that Thai Special Forces Special Ops training, you do not get your extra dice out of your rear arc.
It is range 1, however.
It is.
It is range 1.
So
Still 3
that
dice,
is still 3 dice.
But not 4 dice, which a bank would have been.
No.
So, right, first up comes...
Quick draw.
Quick draw, yeah.
Into Riyadh.
Yep, who did not go fast because she had to avoid those mines.
Absolutely.
So she's only got a focus token.
Could this be the mistake that Jack makes, which allows him to lose a ship in the game? We'll see.
See, the problem is that there's no way that Quick Draw can kill Riyadh.
No. However, combined fire between Brath and Quick Draw can. Although with Brath, I would go for Vessery.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I still
Vessery's
think
out of
Vessery is by
shields.
far and away the
Oh,
best.
I agree.
And at range 1.
Is...
Okay, so going for Sabak. That
Going for
makes
Sabat
sense.
to,
You can, a
to-
couple of good crits, it might do something.
Well, no, it only needs 2 damage to drop
he's-
an attack die
I
off
think
of him.
he's redeclared.
Yes.
I think he's redeclared that he's going for Riyadh. We'll see when the dice are rolled.
No,
he's
no,
confirmed.
Sabak.
He's
Yeah.
confirmed he's going for Sabak.
Only 2 dice, and that's against 2 dice and an evade token. But I suppose he's got an actual chance of killing it. If, say, both of them are direct hits...
Not
or he gets
necessarily
another
killing
Hitting
it,
a
it's
crit.
his after.
And look at that. There's a spend the focus,
Focus,
token.
point of damage.
That's a point of damage.
I believe that means that...
The ability is still in play.
Yeah, Pusabak's ability still...
Oh,
stays
that
there.
looks like a crit.
Ooh.
Ooh, ouch.
What is it? It's a flip it face down, so it's not a direct hit.
No.
Fascinating.
Shall I pop through and see what
Absolutely.
that is?
Please do, yes.
Yes.
Let's move the camera a little bit here. There we go. Wow, this is becoming a very interesting game very quickly. I never would expect it to go like this.
No, although going for Sabak there does make a reasonable amount of sense. Oh, wait there. Oh, here we go. It's a
Damage sensor array.
array.
No actions. That could be crucial for the game.
Yes, absolutely.
Particularly if he can't. Well, he is going to avoid those mines. He can use his adaptive aid on us to make sure he avoids the mines.
Yeah,
Damage sensor array.
Yep.
No actions. That could be damaging for the game.
Yes. Now, here's where it's worth noting, though, that extra boost is not an action, it's a manoeuvre.
It is a manoeuvre.
Yeah.
It's not technically a boost action at all.
Nope.
It's a white manoeuvre.
Yeah. So,
Now we have Rexel of Wrath into
so
Vessery.
I want to see Vessery go down.
That's
Ooh, that's not great. 2 hits. It's not terrible. It's average.
and spending the focus.
I think
for
that's
3.
wise. He
Yeah.
wants to kill.
He wants to put the
even
damage
taking
down.
damage on Rexel of Wrath, that's worth it to kill Vessery.
Absolutely.
3 points of damage. Now, worth noting. Ooh, dear.
Evade and focus. He can evade it because he has
Yeah.
a focus
He has the
and an
No
evade
damage.
token.
No damage.
Unfortunately, that is an exchange where nothing happens, essentially.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a shame.
So,
Although it does remove.
Oh, I'll deal with it.
okay.
Although it does remove all of Vessery's tokens for the return fire.
Yeah.
So he's not going to be modifying the attack onto Rexel of Wrath.
Yeah.
Oh, but he jukes.
Jukes, he does get a point of damage.
Does
through.
get that, yes.
So, but not a crit, unfortunately. Yep. So, and yeah, so point of damage through on.
I don't think it's because
because
the defender
he's
can
focused.
then
No,
spend
he's got enough.
focus.
He's got enough anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he spent the focus.
He's spending the
token.
focus to turn that into.
don't forget, attacker modifies then defender.
Yes, good point. So, so that is really unfortunate, isn't it?
He really needed to punch that damage through.
Yeah,
Even
absolutely.
one crit would have been effective.
And then especially not getting that shot from quick draw on Vessery as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Jack's move is actually looking quite good now.
It is, yes.
It is.
He's played it quite well. Hello, chat. Don't forget you can talk in our chat room, and we'll say hi to you and take your advice, listen to you,
Absolutely.
and argue with you many times.
Yep.
Ben Joy and Azer. A and a string of numbers. A string of numbers.
Chinese?
It is. I believe it's Chinese. isn't it?
Ah, wow, very international crowd here. If you are from China, please say. Hong Kong, maybe?
Possibly.
Potentially.
Okay, so what do we got now?
Well, we've now got firing because we've now had all of Jack's list of fire against Jamie. We could see Vessery take down, or at least take shields off Brath here. Here's the attack roll. That looks like 3 damage.
3, that's not bad.
Or is
And
that?
that's some.
Shiny.
I believe that's an evade. I believe that's everything evaded. So
Everything fine,
fantastic roll there.
But now
And
here
this-
comes
Pain.
Riyadh. Range 1 from Riyadh.
Riyadh.
She's still got a focus token
She
as
does.
well.
She wasn't shot at, so
Yeah.
the shot went to.
So this
went
could
towards
kill
the back.
quick draw.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that
Maybe
wasn't
not.
a good result.
It would leave
2
Quick Draw
hits.
alive.
Quick draw
will
is
live,
surviving the
yeah.
shot.
And that's 1 evade. So 1 point of damage. So Quick Draw still has 2 hull points. Still has 2 hit points.
That's
here.
rather impressive, actually. I would have thought Quick Draw was going down.
Yeah. So, but low damage all round this turn, I think. But I think this really starts to show the stack defences. The fact that a range 1 TIE defender with mods didn't manage to do a single point of damage on another TIE defender with all those mods as well.
Well, there has been a lot of debate. Like, are they too good? And I don't think they are. It's just they are very powerful. There's a difference between overpowered and powerful.
Certainly compared to some of the things we've seen in the past. So the pre-nerf TIE Phantom or the Deadeye Jump Master. This is merely in the extremely good range, not the broken.
They're strong, but they fall.
Yes.
You can.
That 2 green dice.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. They're not. They are vulnerable to things,
Yes.
particularly token stripping.
Now, here's a question. Looking at the position of the board, I'm pretty sure that Jamie was hoping that Colonel Vessery would have gone down. Do you think that Jamie's Rex Labrath can K-turn? Without going through that asteroid.
I am not sure. That's...
that could be a challenge.
If I was Jack, I would not risk that K.
I doubt it, to be honest.
Which does put it in a very awkward position. Because if he does risk the K, he doesn't... he does complete the K, doesn't he?
Yes, if he
does,
it
because
just
he
might
goes
take damage
over
and
the
loses his actions.
And his attack, that could be dangerous.
Now, one thing people have suggested...
only if he lands on the rock. If he crosses it,
I think he would land on it, looking at that.
I don't think
might
so,
get
because
past
it's
it on a 4.
4 base lengths. If you do 4 base lengths from him, I'm pretty sure he'd get past it.
No, I think he would land on it, personally. Looking at it the way I do, I think he'd just clip either side of it.
I think he'd pass over, but it would hit it.
Yeah,
he'll definitely hit it.
Well, I don't know about that, because remember, the template is narrower than the base.
It
is. The way the nubs are, I think we can see it in a direct line of sight.
I think you're right, but I don't think it's a dead cert. So
we'll see what happens. I think
that's assuming he does that.
Yes, of course. He might do something completely different.
At the same time, one thing you have to realise is sometimes it's worth taking damage yourself.
Yes, it's worth taking the risky play, or even planning for the next round, because even if you do lose your attack, you're then set up to come back the next round.
This is true.
Yeah.
And he would still get his evade token. That's not an action.
Yeah, however, he's got to be careful, because if he lands on the other side, Quick Draw does have Trick Shot, and will get an extra dice for shooting through that asteroid.
This is
and
true.
Of course, as we all know, the dice are favoured towards attack dice rather than defense dice.
They are, yeah.
So there is a chance there that it might backfire on him if he were to do that.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to do is take a damage then as well.
All right. So Max, what do you think Pure Sabak would do? What would you do in that situation?
Sabak's going to want to get... I assume Sabak's going to want to get around these mines. So the Alerons, I think, will go a 1 forwards and then curve around.
So you go round rather than straight, rather than do a sloop.
Where it is at the moment, actually, you could use your adaptive allowance to curve up towards the top of the board, and then it's only a 2 sloop, so then sloop the other way. So you're essentially doing a K-turn with a more or less a barrel roll displacement to be facing the other way and avoid the mines that way.
Have those?
Oh, sure.
Thank you. So I think I'd be tempted to K-turn with Sabak as well, rather than turn round the mines. Gets him in the fight sooner.
It does.
So Riyadh has got out of the fight. She's
more or less had to.
So the question is, what's
Quick Draw going to be up to?
Yeah.
Well, she's stressed.
Here.
She is stressed.
Is she?
Yeah, she did a sloop.
Yeah, she did a sloop. Quick Draw.
Oh yes, sorry, Quick Draw. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Riyadh there.
No,
so Riyadh is pushing the limit now.
Riyadh was stressed, but Riyadh has a lot of options.
If
that's smart. So what he's doing, what Jamie's doing there is, what Jack's doing there is blocking a short move from Quick Draw.
I don't know. I think a 1-back might just miss. It'd be close, but I wouldn't want to put money on that anyway.
Yeah.
No.
Right. So here is
a 3-bank from
because
Vessery.
he couldn't K-turn either. Those asteroids
that's
really
another
coming
rock
into
in the
play.
way.
Yeah.
So that's Vessery out of the fight for the turn.
But here's the thing: Jack can afford to take his time, break off, and come back in.
That's true. He can.
Yeah. Right. So the real question is,
So what's
where
Rexler Brath going to be
where
up
is
to?
Rexler Brath going?
He could turn off and try to put some damage
He's
into...
gone
Yeah,
for
no,
it,
he's gone
so
for
he
turn.
does make it past the rock.
Oh, he does make it from the looks of it.
There you go, quite a way past, and he doesn't even hit the rock.
Yeah. Oh, I was thinking about. Sorry, I was thinking about Vessery.
Oh no,
Rexler
Vessery
Brath
would have hit that
talking
block.
about.
but
Oh yeah,
Brath-
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what a bold play there. And the question is,
Looks like he skimmed it.
he doesn't have to worry too much about Sabak because she has to go at least as a maneuver and
Yes.
then a sloop if she does turn around and get arc.
Yep.
So he's even then he's gonna have range.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he wants to kill Vessery,
Absolutely,
Yes,
Vessery's
he does.
still the number one target here.
Absolutely.
which makes you wonder: is Jamie just gonna keep the stress and turn 2 with quick draw, which
Could
would
be an option.
It
It's
would
potentially
yeah.
she does still have that that target lock.
I'm not convinced that's the best move.
I think it is because quick draw's not going to get fired at by anyone.
Yeah,
is
but
true.
don't forget Rexler Brath's ability. He wants a focus, so that if he punches
No,
one damage
no.
through.
Quick draw turning around. We're talking quick draw here.
Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah,
my fault.
quick
No,
draw
what I
to
was
get
talking
two
about, Rexler Brath has taken target.
well,
I think he should have taken a focus.
Maybe, but at least if then he doesn't spend it this round, he has he has it for next round over.
Yes.
Interesting. So Jack has not turned in at all. He's just zoomed forwards.
He's now wanting to try and get rid of
Yes.
that.
yeah.
So there's.
And he has.
And he
It,
fixes
so
it.
he does fix it.
Excellent.
It's a shame, but there we go. But it is worth noting is that if quick draw does survive, and if Brath survives, well, either one, if they do go against Sabak, they will get a chance to get Sabak's.
This could be bad. I'm not sure what the thinking was behind that one. Perhaps he was thinking about coming in, hitting Sabak, but he is now directly in front of.
Yes.
Riyadh.
Yeah, and again, we've talked about this before. Beginner mistakes. He's not concentrating fire. I think he should have done 2 turn, keep the stress, be down with the stress,
Yeah.
and go
Yeah.
for the kill on
Does
Vessery.
now?
Yes.
Was that a green?
It
Does
is- I
does
believe-
Quick Draw have? Yes, she does have
Yep.
Mark II engines.
So
that she
barrel
does get an
roll.
action.
No question. Barrel roll.
Absolutely,
Get
barrel
out the
roll
way.
here.
And
There we go.
barrel
Yes,
roll.
do it, do it,
and
do it.
Get your double shot.
Do it. Go for it.
Yeah.
Barrel roll backwards.
Backwards, you
Backwards,
fool.
yes.
Backwards, you fool.
That'll do. That'll
no,
do.
that will
That'll
actually
do.
do
it.
it.
Yes.
I don't know.
It does
I don't know.
mean that Jack's not got a shot at all this turn.
Yes.
I think he's looking, he's hoping, but he should have gone from the back of the template. I think he'll learn from that in the future that he should do that.
Yes. Yeah. No question.
But a great manoeuvre by a rookie player.
Excellent, yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. Is this the first time we've ever seen a TIE SF get that double shot on stream?
I think we've seen it once before, but it's
and
gonna,
it-
it is
He's
in.
done
It
it.
does
He's
it.
done it.
Closely
Oh.
judged, but he's just managed
Lovely.
it. Okay.
That's-
I'm actually seeing some good flying from Jamie here.
Yes.
His choices may not have been the best in some of the rounds here, but it's
Potentially.
obviously that attack wing judgment of movement of templates is actually coming into play, isn't it?
Well, the thing is, there's no barrel on attack wing. The closest thing we have is cloak, which acts like you can do it with the 1 or 2 template, and you don't often use that. However, this is a great show that I have been trying to get into his head. Barrel roll. It's a great
It's an
reposition
excellent
option.
move.
Absolutely. Okay, so here we go. So first of all, this is the
He's
rear shot.
he's going for a long shot on Vessery.
He does still have that target lock.
Interesting. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
It might be an attempt to strip some of those tokens
I
away.
think that's probably
I
the
think that
best
makes
thing.
sense, yeah.
Strip the tokens, and then Brath can go in for the kill.
Yeah. Okay. So it's good choices here.
I mean, he couldn't take out Riyadh at this point, so go for that, and then hopefully be able to knock an attack die off Pure Sabak, who hasn't really been able to do much.
No,
Yeah.
not really. So I think this is not a bad move.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So here we go. It's only 2 dice, so it's against the odds, but it's
It
got a
is,
possibility of working.
but it
You
does have
spend
a target
token,
lock.
There's a focus, a hit. That's 1 hit. That's
So
enough.
spend the
Target
target
lock.
lock. Yep, absolutely. Go on, another
I mean,
hit.
that's-
no,
that's a blank.
Bad luck.
Fire control system does activate, and look at that! Blank out on a focus. He has to spend
He's got
He has to spend a token.
a token. It's his choice. Now, what does he spend? I think he's going to turn the evade
Evade.
because it's
Because
the one.
Duke from
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I think that's his best option.
Yeah, it's worked.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
It's,
No,
it's
I-
punch
I
damage through. I would have thought that he's spending
there's
the evade token.
Yeah. He's,
Oh,
yeah,
he's
still
thinking-
deciding.
He's gone
yeah,
for
the
he's
evade.
gone for the evade. No, that
I think
is-
that's the
that is
correct
very
choice.
good.
That is very good.
And
That's
now, 2 dice out the front against an unmod, unmodified, but Pierce back because he lost his action, doesn't have a shot either. Mm-hmm. Assuming that Jamie remembers. He's forgotten about his special ops training.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Maybe I don't think he actually had arc on the front, and he
Okay, that
and
might
because
explain.
don't forget you have to go for the front then the rear, as
That's
the card
true.
states.
Yes,
So
okay.
I sadly I think he was just out.
That's where he should have barrel rolled backwards.
If he barrel rolled
Yeah.
backwards, he could have slotted in
Okay.
Yeah.
right in
However,
front of those
here
lines.
comes,
You
here
live and
comes
learn.
Rex
You
Labrath.
do. That's 2 so far.
2 hits, spend the target lock.
Yes, spend that target lock.
Come on.
Oh,
So,
well,
And that is evaded.
That's enough.
Yeah.
that's enough.
That's
yeah.
a shame. This was the opportunity of a lifetime.
Did.
Juke down, but then he spends the token anyway.
Yeah, and especially if he'd have had a shot on Pierce back, punched some damage through, it would have been slightly in his favour, no mods on either side.
Yes.
That would have been Pierce back, not neutered as a danger, but reduced as a danger as well. And as it is, he's there now, fully actioned up again.
It seems we have quite a Chinese audience.
So we do. I have no idea what.
No idea.
No, they're talking about something. I
I was gonna say I have no idea why we have a Chinese audience.
There's no reason we can't have a Chinese audience.
It's
There's no
very
reason at all.
true.
It's just that it just seems unusual to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, welcome to
Welcome.
wherever
Hello.
you are from. If you can type in English, give us a shout. Tell us where you're from. And how, if you can spell your name in English, we'll give you a shout out on the stream as well, please.
I want to. Can Google Translate mess with this?
Yes.
I've never had to translate this before. Wait.
Oh no, we're just getting. We're just.
Probably not.
Oh
I don't know what that is. So
no, well you did
No
just
idea.
pick something partway through the chat, maybe.
Just have to see what's going on. Yes.
I did not open the.
Did
not
not
fair.
open the lies lock.
maybe they
I
don't
have
know
no
what's
idea.
wrong with it. I don't know Russian and English language.
Oh wow! Hello,
Hello.
welcome.
It's not. To be fair, I have been looking at the breakdown of our YouTube, and we do have people who watch from all over the world in many different countries. You know,
Excellent.
We have, even very. We wouldn't think people would be watching,
Yes.
but it's amazing to have that.
Yeah. So, Ereshka, whereabouts are you from? Where are you located this fine... well, it's morning here. It may not be where you are.
It's currently 11:37 a.m. in the morning here in well, not sunny, but
No.
more dreary England. But
Yeah. Okay. So, while waiting for that, so we've got some interesting stuff going on here. Riyadh, K-turn?
if she does, she will risk quick draw turning slow and maybe catching again Pure Sabak and her in arc. There is the risk there. And don't forget, quick draw fires first. If she does punch damage to the Pure Sabak has now lost his extra dice.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is danger there. He's got to try and block with Pure Sabak, but with the adaptive ailerons, it's not too easy.
Yeah.
He's going to go further than we think.
Yeah. As for Rex Labrath, what are we thinking? Now, it's fairly... I think it's clear that Colonel Vesser is either going to do a hard 3 turn to the right, come back into that fight on the left-hand side of the board, or do a K-turn. And Rex Labrath... That means, Rex Labrath either has to do a 5 forward, stay on to Colonel Vessery, or come in and join in the other fight, threaten things in there.
Yeah, and here, 5k, which she
He
can do.
wants to give
can.
space.
Yeah, that makes
the real
sense.
danger would be having quick draw beside counters.
But you see, now it's actually opened a better opportunity because instead of turning towards Pure Sabak, quick draw can now turn towards Riyadh and now guarantee she catches Pure Sabak in her rear arc in somehow way.
Yeah.
So in a way, she's left the whole team open for an expose there.
Potentially, yes. So.
Oh, this is it's turned to barrel rolling
a barrel
to
roll?
the gate
Okay,
there.
yeah, that's smart. I think there.
I think so.
I agree.
And don't
So.
forget, he's still got an action, so still got the evade. That's a barrel roll. Still gets a focus token, thanks to that push the limit. Wow, green K turns. It's amazing to watch in action, isn't it?
Yes. This is going to be fascinating, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't know this game would turn out to be such an interesting manoeuvres game in the end.
No,
Yeah,
it
Jamie. I
has
think
been. It
Jamie made
really
a
has been.
strategic mistake right from the start by not concentrating his fire, sending death fire in.
Oh, that's going to want to
But
barrel roll
now
away
he's
from
in
that
the
rock.
now he's in the dogfight. I think he's starting to not necessarily pull it back, but his
No,
choices
but,
are smart. He knows what he's doing in order to try and keep things going.
Yes.
So, okay.
Now, barrel rolling that.
I don't think you'll fit.
No, you're not going that way.
No.
But the other way, and a little bit backwards.
I can see what his. Ooh, does he?
No.
No, he doesn't.
I'm pretty sure that's a no.
No.
Yeah, I can see what he's
Valiant
trying to
effort,
do.
yeah.
Swing in, so you've got almost a stream tie defender. So even if you get behind one, the other next one is still coming up right in your rear to do some damage. Okay. I'd almost expected to barrel roll the other way.
I think so, yeah.
Because that rock is going to cause problems otherwise.
It is.
Yes, that is
He's
going to cause
definitely-
issues.
He's definitely going to want. Yeah, he's going for the.
There we
going
go.
for the
That's,
barrel roll.
yeah, that's the smart choice there. That's the smart manoeuvre. So, yeah, but far back as possible, give him that rock cover against whatever Rex the Brat does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that extra evade token could be important.
And,
Evade dice.
what is Rex the Brat doing?
So is he going
He's
straight
going...
ahead?
No,
he's done the
banking.
bank. That's a smart move there. Yeah, good anticipation.
Absolutely, that is
Okay, now
that is the right choice there.
he's going to be firing through that rock, which
He
is
is.
tricky. But I think at this point he takes the focus. He really hopes he can punch 1 point of damage through.
Yeah, anything would do good at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. If
Absolutely.
you can flip that crit up, if you flip a hit up, then especially
There we
given-
go. He's got the tokens.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolute. Definitely the right
Wonderful.
maneuver here.
Yeah, I do agree because he can juke one down.
Yeah.
Which I believe.
That barrel rolled, so he doesn't have a focus.
Yeah,
so
that's looking good.
That's looking like a good play.
Yeah,
personally.
absolutely.
Okay. Now, so Pierce back.
Is going
Forwards.
Forwards,
Interesting. So I'm
that's-
predicting a one hard turn to the
think
left.
so. Otherwise, that is dangerously close to the edge of the board there.
Yeah.
We like to live dangerously in X Wing.
Absolutely.
Oh, there we go.
But yeah,
No,
that means that
that's-
Quick Draw doesn't have a safe place to go.
No. Well,
No.
Duchess was always. Duchess. Pierceback was always going to get arc on Quick Draw. The thing that matters is now can Quick Draw lower those dice down?
Yeah. Well, the key thing is that Quick Draw can't go out of one arc without getting into the other arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So where is Quick Draw going?
Where is Quick Draw going?
That
Yeah.
is a very good question.
To be fair, it's almost like Jack wants Quick Draw to get the double hit. It's almost like getting him to say, "Come here," like a spider drawing on the web
Yeah.
strings.
Well, see, the thing is, Jack can take the hits.
Yeah.
Quick
If he
Draw
gets shot
cannot.
back. Yeah. So.
Where's she going? She's
Oh!
going.
Oh,
Wow,
boy.
that is
that a sloop? Is
I
that
think I think it's a bank.
No, that looks like a bank.
Um,
That is a bank.
that's
No, that's
No,
a
it's
sloop.
It is a sloop, and he's done it.
No, it's terrible. It's really bad.
I think he's got arc on Riyadh, but he's missed out Pierceback entirely.
Yeah.
Pierceback will not get a chance to fire it.
Yeah.
I know that it's a long range shot on Riyadh, but it's better than two ships firing at you.
It is.
Yeah.
And I think almost it's better than being caught into the web of make the dual
he's
attack.
still-
He is going to get the
Target lock.
folk, and he is going. That's
Pattern
on.
analyzer means of focus. Yeah.
yeah.
But the problem is
That
Riyadh
target locks
has
on
those people-
Vessery.
Yeah. Yeah. Riyadh,
Who's
yeah.
out of range here.
So I'd almost say it's going to sound weird, but barrel roll backwards and up and get out of range of Riyadh.
Would that be out of range though?
Good. Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Because
so if you do it, you then lost your attack, and if you're not out of range and she can still attack you, what's the point?
Yeah. So they're going to be shooting each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does mean that Pierceback does not get a shot, which is probably a good thing.
Probably.
Yeah. And it seems to remember the Quick Draw does not have that
That's range.
lightweight
2.
frame.
Three.
Okay. So this is Quick Draw firing at Riyadh.
Right, let's see where this goes.
And that's
Okay.
That looks shiny hit and focus. So we have a focus in there, but I
can't
think
see that.
I believe
If it's a hit, spend the focus.
Yeah.
If it, I don't
Then-
know.
then
yeah,
defense.
the problem is
It
two
had
hit
we had
points,
still
good
we had
point. She's still got that token
we had
stack.
still has
I think it's
tokens.
he spent it.
He spent it.
That's a blank. No, he's got an evade,
Evade
and
token. Yeah, so no damage there at all. Yeah.
shame,
Unlucky.
really.
Is he switching his target lock?
You might as well.
I don't know. You
Looks
still,
like he is.
You're still going to want. You might still want to kill Vessery.
Yeah, there was
Okay.
there was nothing done.
That is range 1 though.
So
Impressive.
Four dice on 4.
Yep.
It favours
of-
the attack.
If only,
the
that
attack.
was, if only that was quick draw, who with the
With
the trick shots.
yeah.
However,
Yeah.
still. So 4 dice, bam bam.
That's 2.
Oh, the dice are not liking Jamie here, are they?
It might
No,
still
that's-
work. Vessery has only got.
So spend
Vessery has an evade, but
spend
not.
the focus. Spend the focus.
Spend
Yeah.
the focus. Do it.
Spend the focus. That's
Yeah.
yep. So okay. So
Brath does still have Duke.
4 dice. That is that's
Yes, that's
an
evaded.
evade.
That's
No.
No,
This is Duke.
it's focus.
Oh no,
yeah.
there's an evade in there already.
Token,
So yeah, it's once again enough to just evade, and it's he's just not punching enough damage through.
He's not. No, it's really tricky.
Which is a shame because I know that his original build had pushed the limit Vessery, but I still think Duke is better.
yeah. So no, nothing there. And here comes Riyadh on a tokenless quick draw. This could be it.
This isn't going to end well, is it?
Yeah, that's the problem. Riyadh just getting so many actions a turn after she's turned round.
I'm going to
Yeah.
load up the list now so we can calculate how many Jamie loses after.
oh,
I've not got a good hope for this exchange.
no.
If you couldn't tell.
So,
No, Brath is still unhurt, but
right, bam. Ooh, that's going to be 3 hits.
Yeah.
Oh
Or
dear.
is that 2 and a,
dear.
is that 2 and a crit?
2 and a crit.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So she's taking a crit no matter what.
That's
Yeah.
going to be hard to survive. You've got to roll double evades here to do anything.
Yeah.
And-
And pray the last one's not push the limit. Not enough.
Down goes quick draw.
And quick draw now dies a very swift death.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ouch.
That pretty much called this game here because with alone Brath cannot take on. He could take down Vessery, maybe even that's proved difficult. But Sabak encounters Riyadh. No. Hello, Landy and Nimk and
NMC. Hello.
Hello.
We've got no idea how to say
A
that.
numbers.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
Indeed.
A0. That's what I'm going to say. A0.
Yes.
A0.
If you're X-Wing players, please give us a shout and tell us where you're located. We'd like to see international players on our stream watching us here in the
In Drizzly Norwich.
slightly obscure city somewhere in the east of England. We're a nice city,
We are a
but we're
nice
not
city.
one of the big famous
No,
ones.
no. Everyone knows.
No.
Everyone knows Birmingham. Liverpool. Well, maybe Liverpool.
Maybe
Manchester.
Manchester.
London,
Yep.
of course.
Obviously.
But no one knows Norwich.
No, look us up on the map.
The rear end of the UK.
That's one way of putting it.
Well, if you look at it on a map, it kind of look,
Yeah, well, I know what you mean.
but it's a lovely place. It's a lovely. I also want to kind of take this time, since we're pretty much this game is over.
more or less, yes.
I want to kind of thank, because this is on Twitch now, but it will be going on to our YouTube channel. And I want to thank our subscribers for getting us to 1,000 subscribers.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow, that is a really
that's-
impressive number.
Which, bear in mind, it has been since Athena has opened. We've had that page. And we've had Magic players, we've had X-Wing players, and although we primarily do X-Wing these days, we are Magic makes its return next week with the Aether Revolt pre-release. We're streaming 3 events from that day, so we're hoping to expand our online content. So thank you for 1,000 subscribers.
Wow, that is...
Interesting choice from Jack there. He's given up his
Yeah.
evade token. Again, I'm suspecting he's thinking, I can take that damage if it gives me a return shot.
Yeah, at this point,
At
does he
this point,
need
I think he
evade?
just wants to... Riyadh's undamaged, he doesn't really.
Yeah.
I think he just wants to tear down Rex Brath, finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of that, Jamie is down to a measly 37 points left on the board. Against
And,
99.
yeah, that's going to be a K turn from
Yeah.
Vessery.
Absolutely.
He's going for the kill.
Ending up almost in a good formation again.
Yeah, kill box. He's creating a kill box, a
He
kill
is.
zone here. Whatever is going into there is going to get hurt without any
Absolutely.
question whatsoever. Okay, I suppose it's
Especially if he can get Purser back in there as well.
absolutely.
Who I assume is going to bank inwards and then come in.
Come
Yeah.
in and hit that box as well.
Yeah. Still with that 4 dice attack on Purser back.
Yeah, that's going to hurt.
Yeah. And that's...
Ooh.
It squeezes
What's that?
past the rock.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Bad.
Bad choice.
What? Okay, the one. Yeah.
Why did he do that? Because he was thinking of where Vessery was and not where he would be.
One of the trickiest
Yeah.
things to get your head around when you're starting out with X-Wing.
It's all about
absolutely.
predicting. But he's going to try
Got his
to
evade,
barrel roll away
roll.
from a shot.
Riyadh. Okay, so that's a smart move.
It
puts the rock between him and Vessery, gets him out of Vessery's.
Of Riyadh's
Riyadh's
firing
firing
arc.
arc.
That's
out
not
of
a bad
Riyadh's
move.
and it gets him out of
Not
Vessery's
bad,
range
no.
1 as well.
Yes.
Probably. So
Most likely.
That's
It looks
a
like,
decent
yeah.
choice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's going...
Because he
that's
now
going
knows
forwards.
that
Because now he
he's
knows the
down
kill box
there
isn't
at front.
exactly
isn't
relevant
the
anymore.
kill box has been avoided. So yeah, that might actually have worked out for him. It's hard to see where else he would have gone while avoiding things. Of course, he hasn't avoided everything, but he has avoided some of it.
Yeah, I think that's important to note.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. However,
Well, that's,
Kiyosabak is in range.
Yeah, that's a range
That
3.
looks like through a rock, though. So that's going to be 5 evade
that's-
dice against Kiyosabak's 4 attack dice.
I can't read that. I cannot read fluorescent green.
Well, yeah.
Yes. We've talked about sometimes before about setting up a dice cam, haven't we?
The problem with that is it's the logistics of how do we cable it up.
Yeah.
Because right now the camera is actually sent via Ethernet to this room. Because the cable is too long that it actually loses its signal. You require a signal booster. So it's look at that! Jack's dice suddenly have turned on with only 1 hit, but that looks actually to
Evaded,
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, the problem is cabling up this dice cam, which I'd love to. It's just figuring out the logistics if we can, which I have got a plan, but it's going to require a lot of money just for the dice cam.
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
However, conversely, it should
Oh,
fit.
that's a better shot.
It's a better shot.
And
Fire, is that target lock? Fire control? No.
It doesn't have fire control.
Yeah, how's it doing that? Vessery's ability. Got
It is
target lock.
Vessery.
Yes, so
it's just being Colonel Vessery.
Yes, of course. Totally forgotten that he hasn't come into play so far.
Yeah.
Has he?
No.
no.
Vessery does have an ability.
A
He
reminder
can
of
do
Vessery's
things.
ability: when attacking, immediately after you roll attack dice, you may acquire a target lock on the defender if it already has a red target lock token.
Okay. However, looking at this, it looks like Rex Labrath has escaped.
Yeah, amazingly.
Unscathed.
However, the downside, his next turn's manoeuvre is very obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can't. He really doesn't. He could. Do you think he can turn past that rock?
Maybe. Does he want to?
But the other option is the 3 turn to the left, and I think that's a good choice.
Yep.
Good morning.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
Hello.
Just shoving
Hello.
something in the translate there.
Let's see if we can.
Yeah.
This is a whole.
Oh, apparently they.
We do not understand English.
Well.
But yeah, it's a whole new meaning to running this. I've never had to translate
Yes.
stuff before.
Can you?
No.
Can we reverse it? Can we ask where are you?
That's a good point. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try.
we can reverse it.
No, not like that, Google. No, come back here.
Yep.
What if I do this?
So, yep, and then swap. Where are you? Just where are you? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
simple.
Nice and.
That's the extent of my technical know-how.
This is awesome. We've got international players who don't even speak the same language, but they're still.
Oh,
watching
they
the X-Wing
get
game.
confused. Maybe Google Translate is not very good.
Thanks, Google.
Tell you what, go to Google Maps,
Yep.
zoom out to the world, send them the link of the world, and a question mark. Would that work?
Oh,
That might
hello,
work.
Kahamoth.
Hello.
Hello, Kahamoth.
Yes.
Right. So yeah.
Zoom right out. Just copy that link.
And then a question mark.
Hyperlink, and question mark. Yeah.
Hopefully they understand that.
Yes.
But yeah,
Right.
it's fascinating to kind of see when we have actually. Yeah, but yeah, thanks for everyone for getting us to 1K.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Absolutely. So, for anyone else who can speak English, tell us where you are, especially if you're internationally, if you're not located in the UK.
Where you are, how
Give us
long,
a shout.
how long you've been playing, what you think of the game, what you think of our stream, anything you
Absolutely. Speaking of the game,
Yes.
Okay,
it's
so-
still happening.
that's interesting. So he's gone forwards.
Under
is he
the
hoping to-
assumption that
And he's chosen right, yeah.
Yeah.
If Rex
That's
Braff had done
that's
the
a
3-turn,
hey
he might
there
actually have had a chance.
from Braff.
This is not looking
this,
good.
This is the problem with that K-turn, is it becomes super predictable.
It
Yeah.
does.
Absolutely.
Yeah, defenders can be easily predicted.
Yeah, because
it is their
why
big
would you
weakness.
turn when you could just do a K-turn?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it is their big weakness. Really, is
Yeah.
the thing that made them strongest.
yeah.
Well, yeah, when it came out,
It's very powerful, but
when it came out, even today, it's still
They're vulnerable to being outflown.
yeah,
They are.
and it's still an unprecedented maneuver. We've never seen. Since then we've not seen another ship with a white K-turn.
But we have seen a ship with a white sloop.
We have seen a ship with a white slope. Yes,
But again, adds the predictability because that is only in one direction.
It is. It is. Yes. Okay.
That's
so here comes Pierce back,
Banking in
adding
from
into that
its
kill box.
ailerons.
Yep. So where's it going to move? I don't think this is getting through. So-
Maybe.
No,
No, they still don't know what.
no.
Oh, that's a bump.
That's
No, that's a bump, and they
Slide thump.
and
Hello,
Chat.
Rage Dad. Hello, chat. Yeah, hello, Rage Dad.
Hello, everyone.
Kate Hemoth. Hello, everyone in the But let's look who we have, because we've got quite a viewer.
It's proving
We
popular
do.
here, isn't it? Yes.
So we've got A0, Agor, Code Wizard TV, Fun Style X, K Hemoth, K Gwang Si Suke.
Sorry to interrupt, but we now have
we have some
the
shooting.
attack going on.
that's 3 hits.
This is Rex Labrath.
Yep. Well, that's a focus result there.
so
Spend
it
it. Don't. Well, then again, defense.
Yeah.
But he wants to try to
He wants to
survive.
live. Yeah.
But by not punching it through, then again, it wouldn't have made any difference because he's still got the evade token. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
kind of good that he did save it for that.
Spend the focus token. Yeah. Nothing doing. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Jack gets his revenge. This is a chance to get a clean slate on this game. So
It has to be Pierceback. Pierceback does get his extra attack dice
He does
because
have
he is
4.
above.
yep,
is
1, 2
unharmed.
hits.
2 hits, but
'Cause he
no
didn't get an
modification.
action, yeah.
And that's
a
blank
evade.
out. Is it?
That's an evade.
It's
No,
an
2
evade.
focus.
And there's
There
a
we
focus.
go.
He's
Conversion. He's
still
fine.
That's
alive,
still a token down.
but only 1 evade token for 2 more ships. This
And
is hurting.
They are
Range
gonna.
2
Yeah, I think
through the rock.
Yeah, that's the saving grace. I think through the rock at least.
Yeah, but Riyadh won't be.
No,
No,
Ooh,
and that's
terrible.
that is,
But it is Vessery.
He's
and
got a
has
target
the-
lock. Yeah. Dun,
That's
dun,
better.
dun.
that's
And
better.
the focus to the hit. There we go. That's
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, this game is looking like it's going to be over in the next few seconds. Which we've got.
And that's-
blank
out!
No,
No,
it's
nearly.
not. No, it's just shiny dice. Shiny dice. We're having real trouble seeing what the dice are here.
yeah,
Spend
Okay.
that.
spend the evade and just take nothing. I think no shield's been removed there, so
Yep.
But
it's
that's
now.
now
But now
fully
no
modified
tokens
against tokenless.
against Riyadh. Oh,
And
so,
spend your lock.
Yeah.
Ow.
Roll that one.
Still
Blank.
blank.
Okay.
Saving grace.
So
And focus that to
spend
2.
Focus 2 hits. Okay, he might survive
And that's
this.
Blank
What?
out. I think that's 1 evade there. And that's an
No, that's
two
blank
shields.
out. That's 2 shields away.
Okay, yeah. That could have been worse. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been better as well, but
Yeah, you see now the clock is ticking. Jack wants to take out Rexler to get a full
Yeah.
win. He's got 2 minutes and 33 seconds left on the
He
clock.
has
Can he do it?
presumably
Yes.
the turn. 1 more turn, I think.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
he can manage it, then
So I'm predicting a K turn from Riyadh.
yes, possibly a short one, maybe a 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's he.
No, you want to go long because you want to get behind where
You do want to
he
get
was-
behind it. Okay,
Yeah.
a 4 then perhaps.
or even a 5.
Maybe the full 5.
Yeah. Was for Jamie. I think his best thing is to go for that margin of victory, which may come into play later on,
It might.
and keep Rex Labrath alive.
Yes.
He's
Yeah. I think
not
at
going
this
to get a
point-
kill at this point, but
No.
he can.
I think at this point, Rex Labrath wants to run away.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
So send it a full 5 forwards.
But, well,
Just-
I don't know. There is still that I keep looking at that Colonel Vessery.
It's doable,
Maybe a
but
case.
he's been trying that
Yeah,
for the past half hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has.
It's and it just hasn't
And I think
worked out.
this is the thing. It's just demonstrating exactly how tough those defenders
Hmm.
are. Those double stack tokens on 6 points of damage.
Yeah.
Really, really hard to actually punch your way through.
Especially now he's only got 1 ship to shoot at them with.
Yeah. So there we go. There's the smart
the-
move. There's
yeah.
the 5k turn from Riyadh.
Yeah.
And of course that's a green. So she
That is green.
clears her threats, gets 2 actions again.
Yeah.
Target lock and focus. No question whatsoever here. You really want to hit that. Hit him hard. Do some damage. Target lock. Focus. Yep. Fully modified shots. Okay. What's he doing? Is he doing a K turn, do you reckon? Oh, I don't think. No, he's doing
No,
3.
he's
Yep.
turning
Smart.
around.
Very smart.
Yep.
You know what? I'd almost be tempted to do a barrel roll to our left, his right, try and block that K turn or fast move from
Maybe.
from Rex Labrath.
Try and
Jack,
that's where he's
there
going.
we go. Jack is thinking along the same lines here. Yep.
Yeah, if you
Good
block,
move. Good
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, block that. Try to get him into the.
Okay.
And we have
Now.
25 seconds left. This is the last. This is the final
Well,
round.
don't forget that timer is not 100% accurate.
My own opinion on this maneuver is not too good, but then that's just my opinion.
Ooh, he's done the block. He's
That-
got the block.
It is blocked.
He
which
has,
means-
which I will admit this. I'll say 2 things. One, I am disappointed that Jamie did again do the K turn and didn't think I got to be unpredictable. He knows where I'm going. 2,
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed in Jack. 'Cause I know it's tactical and disadvantage, but it's kind of like he's got Jamie beat. Kind of a D move in my opinion, to do that.
I disagree. He's going for the win because
I know.
that margin of victory
I do
may
agree with
help
that.
Jack later on.
I do agree with that.
He can get the kill.
I fully respect that. Just my opinion. As from a standpoint of a game, I look for enjoyment in the game, and I just don't think this is an enjoyable game for Jamie. But that's just my opinion, and I perfectly understand what Jack is trying to do. And it's fine for him to do that. That's his opinion to do that.
Oh, he's.
So I'm
he's
predicting
running
a
away.
hard one turn from
yes.
Pierce back. Yeah.
Yeah, hard one turn
Probably.
pop in, which is good because it sets him up for next round. Assuming there is going to be a next round.
Yeah.
Well, there isn't because we are out of time. So it's if
That can
Brath-
barrel roll to get the shot.
Yep.
That's true, he can, yeah. So Brath now has to survive Pure Sabak and Canterbury's Fire without a token. He does have the evade.
He has the evade for going
but that's
fast,
it.
but that's all he
Pierce
has.
back shot is through a rock. Yeah. So, but no, if Jack can get 100-0, that puts him right at the top of the standings.
That
right
looks
from the
range
start.
1 to me.
Ow.
It does.
That's going to be 5 dice from Pure Sabak.
Oh, goodness me.
And as we can see, those poor cluster mines sitting up there, almost forgotten about.
But
at
they
this
did
point.
play a part.
They did block Pure Sabak from coming in. That is a good point.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then they certainly sort of...
Yeah.
yeah, thank you. Yeah,
We have had time called.
Yeah, okay, so...
And that's.
No damage. No damage.
Wow.
Damage.
So it's Riyadh is going to have a really hard time killing with this.
That's a 2.
range 2. So
Okay.
she can do it, but she needs crits to do it.
She does
Yeah.
need crits, and she's.
She's got her mods. Don't
she does
forget.
have mods.
Target lock. 1, 2. So that's 3, including a crit up the top. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
well, with that token,
no,
that's the shield.
Denied.
Game
So-
over. So
game done.
not the 100-0 wipeout that Jack was looking for.
Nope.
Jamie at least retained a little bit of dignity there.
Yeah, I do think that Jamie should have played for that in the end. You should realise there's time left. I need to evade and run away.
I must admit that went on a lot longer than I was expecting.
It went on for the full
Yeah,
round.
when Deathfire died that quickly, I thought that was going to be it over very fast. But Jamie's play improved significantly during
did.
Once he actually got engaged.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just the strategic make right at the start of how he
Yes,
approached
that approach was not.
Yeah.
It
not
wasn't
the
a good
best.
choice.
one of those games where it was lost from setup almost, wasn't it?
Yeah. He did pull it back in the middle though. a little
He
bit.
did.
He had-
Once he actually got in there, his flying was actually decent.
Yes, still didn't manage to take anything
Yeah.
down, but
Yeah. Okay, so
What are we going on the stream next?
hi, the real Zealish. Hello, we are happy
Hello.
to say hi to